But yeah, I am very excited. I need this movie to be good. I will crash the fuck out if it's bad, but I have hope.
It was everything I could have wanted. I am over the moon with this. After the ending of No Way Home, I was thrilled about the potential of where they could take this character, but in the back of my mind, I was like, well, there's no way they fully utilize it, right? They did it. They fucking did it. This is the exact movie I've been wanting for 5 years. No multiverse bullshit, no Avengers setup, just Spider-Man being Spider-Man in what is a grounded, street-level movie that's not only Tom Holland's best outing as Peter Parker, but the best live-action Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2. Getting rid of John Watts was the greatest decision they could have ever made. Destin Daniel Cretton brought so much care to this character whose previous trilogy felt, as much as I like Homecoming and No Way Home, studio made. This is so much more human, much more personal, and oh my fucking god, thank the lord, it fucking looks like a real fucking movie, I could cry! Look, I give the Home trilogy more of a pass than the average guy, but holy fuck are those movies hideous. No Way Home in particular looks so fucking bad. Like, Far From Home is mediocre anyway, but if you're gonna put care into any of them, then maybe the grand return of these classic characters should be given a little gravitas. But no, Tobey Maguire's entrance is embarrassing. The team-up shot should be so goddamn hype. This should be the money shot, and yet it looks so ugly. I am thrilled to say that this iteration of Peter Parker has finally crossed over with a real cinematographer. For once, it feels like one of these movies uses intentional lighting and color grading to actually achieve something, because this movie emulates a smaller, more authentic feel with its style. It reflects Peter's emotional turmoil, and Spidey himself just... oh, he looks so good. The new best Spider-Man suit aside, the fact that they don't CGI the wrinkles out this time makes him just look like a real guy. It genuinely feels like I'm watching the real Spider-Man in every scene. He's just there. He's actually standing in the damn locations. I'm not watching an animated blob CGI'd into where Spider-Man should be. He's fucking tangible. There's even some shots where his background looks a little off. It looks a little artificial. And he still somehow looks like he's actually there. It's beautiful. And I absolutely ate the direction up. The swinging scenes are so enthralling. It's the opposite of weightless. I can sense his speed. I know the swinging scenes are like the only good parts of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but this genuinely rivals it for the best depiction of Spider-Man's traversals. The action is even better. Peter isn't pulling any punches in the movie, and the focus on practical fight scenes and a camera that fucking moves makes for, once again, the best fight scenes in any of Tom's movies. What do you know, the guy who directed Shang-Chi can choreograph a good fight scene. They did not have to say that they took inspiration from the Insomniac games. Bro, we can tell. Web bombs aside, this dude copies animations from that game with every guy he fights. There's some slow-mo moments I didn't gel with, but the shaky cam throughout the movie really complements the practical effects. The direction overall just makes us the closest this character's ever come to feeling truly real. But is the story good? Yes. Obviously. Weren't you listening? One thing I was worried about going in was the incorporation of other Marvel characters, but I'm happy to say that the way this film connects to the larger MCU isn't just unobtrusive, but actually something that improves the movie. I will be spoiling things now, by the way. Here's your warning. Okay? Alright. Hulk, Punisher, and Yelena are simply byproducts of Marvel's New York. This is a Spider-Man who exists in a universe with other heroes. Of course he's going to have run-ins with the Punisher. It doesn't feel like it's shoving cameos down our throats for the sake of member berries. It feels like natural world building. Especially because this is how a lot of comics can be. Sometimes you just get a different hero making a quick appearance, and it's fun. Not to mention that the other heroes all contribute to Peter's arc. While I wish Hulk was in the movie a bit more, and maybe they could have ironed out his CGI a tad bit, I like the inclusion of another mutated character whose transformations are caused by emotional problems. He makes for an interesting parallel to Peter. A potential reason for him to be afraid. Yelena was cute, she's not in the movie for very long, and she's funny. I enjoyed her presence. The Punisher, though? Holy hell, what an inclusion. I originally said that I did not want him in the third act, and man was I wrong. He actually is the most perfect character to include here. His lifestyle is comparable to Peter's, which makes him a warning for how Peter's life can turn out. and I like that he addresses this and has a genuinely emotional contribution to Peter's arc. I really liked their ending. The two actually felt necessary for each other's growth, and aside from that, man, is their chemistry unmatched. They bounce off of each other so well, especially with Tom Holland's body language being pure comedic gold when they bicker. It's a good way of showing how he's grown into a more traditional independent Spider-Man. They actually feel like equals even if Frank calls him kid. Jean, I wouldn't be right to say that I didn't have inherent biases against making her the villain. I really did just want him to fight a Spider-Man villain, and Mr. Negative would have been perfect. Putting that aside, I'm kinda mixed on her. I like making the villain another young adult who feels alone. Like Frank, I like the way her loneliness plays into Peter's character arc. I sort of just found her backstory maybe a little too generic and insufficient. Not insufficient in that I don't understand her motivations, but just not interesting enough to really care all that much. I can't say she was bad, but I can't say I loved her. Sadie Sink is doing fine, the VMAX twist is really good, Peter being the one to invent power inhibitors is neat, I like the May scene, Tramell Tillman plays the most obvious twist villain of all time, and I just wish he had more to work with given how incredible of an actor he is. But back to Peter, his characterization is everything I ever wanted. This is my new favorite Spider-Man. If you prefer Tobey because of the consistency of his movies, that's fair, but this movie actually made Andrew completely obsolete because while his depiction of Spider-Man felt pretty comic accurate, this felt like they actually just took the character straight from the pages and threw him onto a movie. Except this time, the movie surrounding him is also actually good. They do not downplay the spell at all. He feels traumatized and depressed, obsessive about his work and refusing to take that mask off in fear of hurting someone again. The way they went about handling MJ was brilliant. The initial fake out is the perfect way to give Peter the only thing he wants before taking it right back, and the actual resolution felt mature and emotionally effective. He is so alone and sad in this movie. It's perfect. To the point where he earned the ending, because a Spider-Man story can't just be torture porn. We want to see him suffer and suffer because it makes the eventual win all that more satisfying. Also, Tom Holland is so good in this movie. He's honestly better in this movie than he is in The Odyssey, which is pretty funny. Brother, you are getting at least 2 more Spider-Man movies. We need this new trilogy to happen. While there were small things I didn't like that's bringing it down a bit, like, I think the dialogue can be a little heavy-handed and I don't like him having an AI assistant. And again, while I've come around to Jean, I wish she was written a little stronger. I cannot deny that this is exactly what I've been wanting. It actually feels as if this movie looked me dead in the eyes and said, don't worry, we got you. Maybe not the tightest MCU movie, but my love for it is so strong that it is absolutely one of my favorites. Because it truly feels like they realized the full potential of what they were working with to explore the truly great aspects of this character. This is my ideal Spider-Man movie. I adore it to death, and it's getting a very strong 8.5 out of 10.